There's a moment when every boy realizes no one's coming to save him. And that's when he becomes a man. And some boys never get there and stay children forever.
No more around. You want your life to be better? I can't help you. Lee can't help you. Joe Rogan can't help you. Ari can't help you. Only you can help you. Grab your balls, get a notebook, and write down what the you're going to do this year. And this is it. You're not going to have these problems. The drugs, the cigarettes, it all starts today, all right? No more excuses. This is the year of the soldier. We're getting back what belongs to us, and that's it.
Lazy people do a little work and think they should be winning, but winners work as hard as possible and still worry if they're being lazy.
A lot of you niggas gonna spend your whole life waiting on a handout, waiting on somebody to come and put you on, waiting for some money to fall in your lap, waiting for somebody to come and save you. No, ain't nobody coming to save you, bro. Once you understand, you gonna have to do this shit on your own. You gonna have to have your own motion. You gonna have to have your own grind. You move different. You talk different. You apply pressure to shit different. It's different when you know nobody's coming.
What's your most brutal life lesson?
Nobody's coming to save you. It's also the best one. The best day of your life is when you realize nobody's coming to save you. And when you can realize that, and you can kind of cynically smile because you know you want the ball in your court, then you're well on your way to being successful. When you take full responsibility of everything, good or bad, even if you don't do the actual task, if you take responsibility fully, you're free.
Nobody's going to believe in you until you've already done it. Nobody's going to come and celebrate with you until you've already done it. The work is going to come before the belief, which means you're going to have to work for a long time by yourself with no applause, with no awards, with nobody telling you good job. And then once you start to build something and people start to see the momentum and they start to see the result and you start doing some things, then you're going to get a little belief.
When I was in the military, we go on these instructor-led runs. Most of the time we knew the start and end point. So on the way back, I started seeing people getting happy and shit because the end was near. But there were some instructors that would hear the happiness and go right on past the end point. When that happened, everybody stopped talking. Heads would stop dropping. And I started taking souls. At that time, I knew what happened in their minds. They were living off the hope factor. They hoped the instructors would stop running. They hoped the water was never cold. They hoped the weather was good. I don't live off that hope shit. I wish the water was cold. I wish the instructors keep running. I wish for rain. When the ending is unknown and the distance is unknown, that's when you know who the you are.
10 years from now, you will surely arrive. And the question is, where? You've got to get serious.
Nobody is going to save you. Nobody is going to make it easy for you. Nobody can live your life for you, endure your pain for you, choose your struggles for you. Nobody can experience the growth that comes from loss for you. Nobody can build your confidence through 1,000 tiny failures for you. Nobody can lie awake crying about some inconsolable loss that hurts so much it creates a bottomless pit of emptiness for you. Nobody can learn the lessons for you, rebuild the pieces for you, gain the strength for you, find the confidence for you, earn the rewards for you. Nobody can write your story for you. Nobody can tell you what it all meant. Nobody can make the impossible choices and live with the eternal consequences and suffer through indecision, doubt, and regret for you. You get to do that. You have the honor and privilege to suffer and overcome that suffering, only to suffer and overcome again and again and again. This is called being alive. It's called being human. And no, nobody else can do that for you either.
The bottom line is, no one's coming. No one. No one's coming to push you. No one's coming to tell you to turn the TV off. No one's coming to tell you to get out the door and exercise. Nobody's coming to tell you to apply for that job that you've always dreamt about. Nobody's coming to write the business plan for you. It's up to you.
There is no perfect time to start. You gotta start now with changing your life. You gotta do your best work when you're least motivated. So those days you don't want to do it, guess what you gotta do? You gotta suck it the up and do it. Stay hard.
In Africa, you know from your early age that you're not counting on nobody. You're not expecting anything from anybody. It's all on you. And as long as you get that the rest of your life get better.
You're going to lose sleep. You'll doubt whether it'll work. You'll stress to make ends meet. You won't finish your to-do list. You'll wonder whether you made the right call and have no way to know for years. This is what hard feels like. Everything worth doing is hard. And the more worth doing it is, the harder it is. The greater the payoff, the greater the hardship. If it's hard, good. It means no one else will do it. More for you.
I just don't see the point.
This idea you have that there's a way to be safe, it's childish and cowardly. It stops you from experiencing anything, including anything good.
Once you've already won, people are like, he's amazing, he's so good. But like, that's the time when you need it the least. You always have to be the person who roots for you before everyone else does. And it's usually a single clap in the auditorium for a very long period of time. It is a slow clap that's just you.
The difference between should and must is reasons. Reasons come first, answers come second. If you got strong enough reasons, if you got a big enough why, you can figure out how to do anything.
They're not going to save you. You got to save yourself, my friend. This rest of your life is going to suck. It is going to suck, not because you're going to be a loser, but because you're going to finally start to win. And winning is not easy, my friend.
Then you have to get serious about another important subject, personal development. 10 years from now, you will surely become someone. The big question is, who?
When you really got your back against the wall in that dark room all alone, all you got is yourself. Ain't nobody gonna come save you this lifetime but yourself.
That's real.
I don't give a damn who you crying to. Ain't nobody gonna come save you, not this lifetime, but yourself. You don't know that could do it.
Nobody's coming to tell you to apply for that job that you've always dreamt about. Nobody's coming to write the business plan for you. It's up to you.
Get serious. And you must get serious about two very important things. Number one is setting your goals and where you want to go. Designing the next 5, the next 10 years is so vitally important.
No one's coming to push you. No one's coming to tell you to turn the TV off. No one's coming to tell you to get out the door and exercise.
You're up 2-0. What's the story? Are you not happy, or you're only half happy, or?
Still to be happy about.
You're up 2-0.
Job's not finished. Job finished? I don't think so.
I don't know. I feel like you didn't lose. Like you feel like a winner still.
You know, it's only in our mind. Like you lose or you win. My philosophy, I'm trying to be calm inside of me, you know. I'm trying to not be regretting, sad. I'm trying to not be too much excited. I want peace inside of my mind. When I have too much emotions, I'm trying to control them, and I'm trying to explain myself why these emotions, why I'm getting this, why I'm so sad or why I'm so happy. Just calm down.
Just be calm. When things are going well, be calm. Don't think you're on top of the world in the sense. You always got to be wary, because I've seen it. I've seen people come. I've seen people go. I've seen them come. I've seen them go. You got to be chill. You got to just take what's good in your life and move forward cautiously and carefully, and thank God that you have that. Just it's very, very important not to overextend yourself when you think you've got it. There's no such thing. Everybody's dispensable.
Remember, there is nothing in this world that can hurt you as much as your thoughts. And there is nothing in this world that can heal you as much as your thoughts.
The only matter of concern to a wise and philosophic individual is the things completely under your control. You can't control the movements of the sun and the planets. You can't control whether a leaky ship sinks or makes it to port. You can't control the weather. You can't control other people. You can't control the society around you. There's only one thing and one thing only that you are in control of, and that is you. Your will, your intentions, yourself. In other words, the wise man, the truly philosophical man, is the man who is entirely in control of his own soul, who takes utter and complete moral responsibility for his actions, and is indifferent to everything else, not because he doesn't care about other people, not because he doesn't care about the felicity of the entire human species, but because it's not under his control. There's no use wondering or worrying about what tomorrow will bring, since tomorrow isn't under your control. Do what's right today and let tomorrow take care of itself.
What I try to do is just try to be still and understand that things come and go. Emotions come and go. The important thing is to accept them all, to embrace them all, and then you can choose to do with them what you want.
I will do good no matter what. No matter what happens to me. I will do good no matter what happens to me. It's absolute rejection of the idea of being a victim. It's like, no matter how much suffering comes my way, no matter how much undeserved suffering comes my way, undeserved and unjust, let's say, in spite of my innocence, I will not lose faith and I will do good.
The breakthrough is a moment in time. It's a moment in time when everything changes in your life. And it changes because what you thought was impossible, you now know is possible, and most importantly, you act on it. You don't just think about it, you do something. See, you're stuck. People get stuck in sadness. They get stuck in acceptance. They get stuck in anger. But in order to create something new, you just got to know your whole life can change in a moment. If you don't like your body, change it. If you don't like your business, change it. You don't like your career, change it. You don't like your income, change it. No, Tony, that sounds so easy. It's not like that. Yes, it is. But in order to do it, you got to create a breakthrough. You have to find something inside you, that moment where you know that you can absolutely change. And not only can you, the impossible is possible, and you do something. You take action.
You're too cold.
Yeah, because I think that emotions most of the time doesn't help us to deal with something. Of course, emotions is like spices for your life, but when you have some hard situation, you shouldn't use your emotions. This is how I think.
Unchosen suffering is going to happen in life. Your parents are going to pass away, loved ones are going to die, your relationships are going to break down, your body is going to fail you, you're going to become ill or sick or destitute. Things are going to happen that you have no control over. And the only way that you can prepare yourself for unchosen suffering is with chosen suffering.
Right.
If you're willing to suffer, and I mean suffer, your brain and your body, once connected together, can do anything. Through repetition of things you don't want to do, you develop mental, like an armor for your mind. Start to armor your mind, because your mind's like, okay, we suffer every day. It's what we do. We do stuff that sucks every day. So then when the suck stuff comes, you're ready for it.
And by purposefully choosing difficult things, you will armor yourself against that situation. It's still going to suck. But think about how much more fragile you would be if you hadn't overcome all of this stuff.
But the mentality of a warrior is very different than normal mentality. You must be that person on that door, get ready to open it, thinking to yourself, if I die, so be it.
But if you want to see if you're a brave person, what they call the 4 o'clock in the morning courage, wait when things go completely to pieces, when things are the worst, when your very best deal falls apart and your rent is late and you're tired and you're sick and everybody is mad at you and your car doesn't work, then it's the person that picks themselves up and says, nothing is going to stop me. The best quality in the world that you can develop is to develop the quality of being unstoppable. Develop the quality of being unstoppable. Say in yourself that no matter what life throws at me, it'll never stop me. No matter how rough it gets, I will never quit. And nothing will ever stop me.
I'm trying to get everything from the life as a challenge. It's the challenge for me, from God, from destiny, from I don't know whom. It's the challenge, how I will deal with this. If I lost, it's a challenge for me. If something happened in my life, everything is challenge. And challenge couldn't be good or bad, it's just challenge.
Get serious. You've really got to get serious. You don't have to be grim, but you must be serious. I know a guy that's got a half a dozen jokes keeping him from becoming wealthy. He's not known as rich. He's known as a joker, which I guess is okay if that's the kind of life you want to live. But it really isn't the best way to live. To go from average to fortune, you must get serious. And you must get serious about two very important things. Number one is setting your goals and where you want to go. Designing the next 5, the next 10 years is so vitally important. Then you have to get serious about another important subject. And that important subject is called personal development. Personal development is striving hard to become the kind of person that you want to be. 10 years from now, you will surely become someone. The big question is, who? What are you becoming?
Until you make a decision that you no longer want to feel how you feel, or you no longer want to think the way that you think, or you no longer want to have the kind of results or no results that you have, until you make that decision that, you know what? I know I don't feel great. I know I doubt myself. I know I've had a lot of bad things happen. I know there's a lot that I regret, but damn it, with the time that I have left in my life, I really want to start to enjoy myself. I want to take better care of myself. I want to feel happy. You don't even have to believe you deserve it yet. You could just want it. You've got to start there. You've got to start with wanting something better for yourself. And then I personally think the most important thing is to start acting like the person who has the things that you want right now.
Master Stoicism. Become the person that can not only endure immense hardship, but remain calm even amidst the chaos. Become so solid to your core that even the most evil forces in this world are daunted when they come to face you. Understand that there is nothing separating you from becoming this version of yourself. It is strictly all mental, and that is the exciting part, that you could right now, in this moment, choose to adopt this mindset, to become an unstoppable force that is backed by God. But many of you will ask how. What do you mean by how? At what point do you question your ability to choose? When it feels hard? That is the point. To choose to continue down your path, to remain focused and disciplined, even when everything within you is telling you to give up, to let in. You are always given that choice. Always.
You can't control the outcome all the time. Sometimes it should go the other people's way. It shouldn't always go your way. So you get motivated by the losses. You stay motivated through the winning. What you can control is your process. You can control those intangibles. You can control the work ethic, the consistent discipline, your attitude, your culture, how much you care. All those things are in you. They just need to be drawn out of you.
Ryan Holiday's got this amazing quote where he says, "Self-belief is overrated. I prefer to use evidence." It gets back to that Hormozy quote I said to Goggins, right? You do not become confident by shouting affirmations in the mirror, but by having a stack of undeniable proof that you are who you say you are. Outwork your self-doubt, right? You have to give yourself something else that's going to step change where you're at.
You need to stop expecting more from other people than you do from yourself. A lot of you aren't in a good place, maybe injured, family problems, school problems, boyfriend, girlfriend problems, and all you're thinking about is those problems you have right now in your life. If you focus more on gratitude and all the things that you do have, those other things just melt away. Think about you being thankful for the life that you have, that you're breathing, that you're up, that you're walking, that you're talking. A lot of you expect more out of people like me, people in the world. You expect more out of people like us than you do from yourself.
Do not ever allow anyone and anything put you in a conceptual box. There is no you must become this or you must become that. You can become everything as long as the mind is free and it's not preoccupied with any ideas of the parents, of the society, of the advertising, of the propaganda, of anything like this. The free spirit. Whatever keeps the free spirit alive. There are just institutions and systems existing in this world right now. They are not made to make you bigger. They are made to keep you small. They are not made for you. They don't want you to free think. Because free thinking, meaning you could possibly tap into the idea that there's a huge potential about you.
I kept saying this to myself on repeat. There is no way, Mel, if you've worked this hard, that you will not be rewarded. You have to believe that this moment is preparing you for something amazing that hasn't happened yet. Keep going. I repeated that over and over and over and over and over again as I wanted to throw in the towel, as I would start to bash myself, as I would start to feel sorry for myself and be like, no, there's just no way I'm going to believe that something amazing isn't going to happen. I've worked too hard. Something amazing that hasn't happened is coming. And when you get yourself into that mindset, it creates a sense of resilience and momentum and resolve that you need in order to keep going when the shit hits the fan or when you feel disappointed or when life is beating you down.
Only the disciplined ones are free in life. If you are in discipline, you are a slave to your moods. You are a slave to your passions.
What was the first part of that quote again?
Everything changed for me when I realized we're not meant to feel excited and perfect all the time.
Yeah, this was the idea of pursuing happiness, not leading to happiness. You know, you pursue things that have meaning in life and things that you care about. You know, love, challenges, relationships, and happiness might ensue. but you don't pursue the happiness itself because it's inevitably not going to be there all the time. So if you're just constantly seeking more happiness and it's not there, then you're seeking something that's never going to be there. But if you're able to just stick in what you're doing right now, and in those hard times, believing they're going to lead to good times, it just creates a lot less friction in your life, you know? And I think whenever we're going through a hard time, we just want it to end. But it's those moments that allow us to appreciate the good ones.
Never fear a storm. Learn to dance in the rain.
If you believe that you're good at what you do, and you strive to be good at what you do, you don't need to worry about what other people think. You need to be able to understand that you have your own confidence that you can do whatever it is you're required to do, and other people will see that confidence in you. The minute you start doubting yourself, other people will see that you're doubting yourself, and that becomes a weakness in your personality.
Just stop talking. You have your vision, you have your business idea, your goal, whatever that may be. Just go. Stop telling everyone what you're going to do and when you're going to do it, because really, no one cares. You don't need any type of validation or reassurance. You don't need anyone else's support, because this is for you. This is your purpose, your legacy, your path. You have everything you need to take that first step. And I promise you, once you get going, you will never look back.
There was a kid who everyone underestimated. Too small, too quiet, too ordinary. But every day while they laughed, he worked. In the gym, in the books, in the shadows. He knew one truth. Effort beats talent when talent doesn't try. Years later, they asked him how he did it, and he just smiled, because they never saw the grind. It's the quiet hustle that makes the loudest impact.
Whenever you're facing adversity, try to remember the Stoic mindset, which consists of 3 A's. First step is awareness. What about the situation is in my control? Second step, acceptance. Am I willing to accept parts of this situation that are out of my control? And once you've got into that place of surrender to those things, you could be put in this place of power where you take the final and most important step, which is action, and ask yourself that golden question. What can I do to make the best of the situation? And you take that positive action, because that is the only thing that we can do with the hand of cards that we were dealt.
Let me be very clear. I'll never give up. Never.
In order for something new to come, something old must go. Let go of what you know until now. Empty the cup and start from the beginning. It's not easy to do, but at the moment it's the only way how something that is blocked can be brought back to movement. You must spill the old tea and pour in new one. Then things look different.
There's always someone out there who's working harder than you. I'm haunted by that knowing that someone out there is willing to forgo personal desires and comforts, forgo sleep, forgo whatever it takes to be better, to be the best. In life, a lot of times, a lot of us have that person out there. There may not be a name or a face to him, but he exists. You make sure in life when they think about that person, you make sure they put a name and a face to it. You make sure the name and face is yours. You do the haunting. Get in somebody's head. Own space. In those times when you want to quit, because we're all human, you make sure you remember one thing. All those times and hours and days you sacrifice to be the best. Stay hard.
Everything changed for me when I understood this philosophy. Learn to work harder on yourself than you do on your job. That's the simple philosophy that changed my life forever, starting age 25. If you work hard on your job, you can make a living, which is fine. If you work hard on yourself, you can make a fortune, which is super fine. I didn't mind working hard on my job, but things didn't seem to change that much. Then I started working hard on myself to qualify. So let me put it in a philosophical phrase now. This is worth the price of whatever it costs for you to be here today. Here it is. Success is something you attract. Success is not something you pursue. It's something you attract by becoming attractive. You can have more than you've got because you can become more than you are. If you can multiply your value by 3, by 5, you can easily multiply your income by 3, by 5, by 10. But the key to doing it is to work hard on yourself.
Every morning when you get up, say over and over to yourself, do it now, do it now, do it now, I do it now.
We must keep moving we must keep going. If you can't fly, run. If you can't run, walk. If you can't walk, crawl. But by all means, keep moving.
Remember this, is that people are time wasters, and the great majority of people have no goals, they have no priorities, they have no plans, they have no concern about becoming successful, and they think that you are the same. They think because their time isn't worth anything, that your time isn't worth anything also.
If it wasn't scary, if it was obvious and easy and there was no risk, no courage would be required, and therefore it wouldn't be particularly impressive. If you're not risking something, if it's not hard, if it's for certain, then there's no courage involved. And therefore it's not particularly meaningful. So when we face difficult, stressful, challenging moments, one thing we can tell ourselves is that it's good that it's scary. It's an opportunity to be brave. This is a chance to practice courage, and I'm going to embrace and seize that chance, and that's why I'm grateful for it.
Impossible. It's just a big word thrown around by small men who find it easier to live in a world they've been given than to explore the power they have to change it. Impossible is not a fact, it's an opinion. Impossible is not a declaration, it's a dare. If you're going to try, go all the way. Otherwise, don't even start.
All of you have had moments of breakthroughs in your life. How many of you have had something in your life that maybe you struggled with for years? A change you wanted to make, needed to make, and you just didn't do it. You came to the edge of doing it, and then you procrastinated or put it off, or you gave up, and then were mad at yourself. But eventually, one day, something happened that pushed you over the edge. And in one moment, you said, not another day, not another hour, I'm changing this now.
Now, Stoic is a belief of a circle of control, not worrying about the things that you can't control. Basically, the modern way of saying it is what it is. Stuff you can't control should not worry you. Like what other people think of you, the past you cannot change, the weather, you can't control it, right? So why stress about it? Instead, focus on the things in your life that are in your control, things that you genuinely know are attainable in your reach. You want to maximize your potential in the most healthiest way. Just forget the past. Have no grudges. Have no enemies.
That if you want a thing bad enough to go out and fight for it, to work day and night for it, to give up your time, your peace, and your sleep for it, if all that you dream and scheme is about it, and life seems useless and worthless without it, and if you gladly sweat for it and fret for it and plan for it and lose all your terror of the opposition for it, and if you simply go after that thing that you want with all of your capacity, strength and sagacity, faith, hope and confidence, and stern pertinacity, if neither cold poverty, famish or gulf, sickness or pain or body and brain can keep you away from the thing that you want, if dogged and grim you besiege and beset it, with the help of God you'll get it.
Develop a sense of urgency. Pick up the pace. Move quickly from one task to the other. Don't waste time. The faster you move, the more energy you'll have. The faster you move, the more you get done, and the better you'll feel. The faster you move, the more in control of your life you will feel, and the more you will like and respect yourself.
Stoicism, if I had to summarize it in one sentence, I would say it's this idea that we don't control what happens to us in life, but we control how we respond to what happens in life. And the Stoics say that basically every situation, big ones, small ones, ones you wanted, ones you didn't want, it's all an opportunity to respond with these 4 virtues. The virtues are courage, discipline, justice, and wisdom. So the idea is that that is what life is asking from you, one or all of those virtues in some kind of a combination.
Impossible. It's just a big word thrown around by small men who find it easier to live in a world they've been given than to explore the power they have to change it. Impossible is not a fact, it's an opinion. Impossible is not a declaration, it's a dare.
And when you get to the point where all you want to do is be successful, as bad as you want to breathe, then you'll be successful. Listen to me. You got to want to be successful so bad that you forget to eat.
In order for things to change, you've got to be willing to get up and do something. You don't have to be perfect, but you've got to make a move. Pain is an indicator light that lets you know that you need to take action on something.
Reminder that if you want to be exceptional, you're going to be different from everyone else. That's what makes you exceptional. You can't fit in and also be exceptional. Both have discomfort. When you fit in, you have internal conflict because you're not being 100% you. When you're exceptional, you have external conflict because everyone sees you as different. Pick one. When your friends start to say, you've changed, remember it's because they don't know how to say, you've grown.
There's a version of you that never sleeps in, never skips training, never wastes time. There's a version of you who never fails. It is waiting for you. Genuinely ask yourself a question, you at home. If you had done those things for the last 2 years, you never skipped a training, you never wasted time, you never scrolled TikTok, you never sat aimlessly on the internet typing in garbage, never played video games, you never wasted time. You never skipped training, you were training every single day. You never slept in, you were never lazy. There's this version of you. Imagine the person you would be. Genuinely imagine what you would look like. Imagine where you would live. Imagine the car you would drive. Imagine how much your woman would respect you. Imagine the love you would see in her eyes when she looks at you with adoration like a king. Imagine your existence. That person is waiting for you. And the only thing that's stopping you from being that person is your monumental laziness. You can have it. The universe is very giving. It will give you anything you work for. I've never seen somebody try for something with all of their might and not get it. The only people who do not have the things they want are the people who do not try for them. I've never seen a person wake up and say, my only dedication in life is to solve a Rubik's Cube and fail. You are not stupid. You are not incompetent. You are lazy and arrogant. It's extremely important you understand that that person is waiting for you and you are declining that version of yourself. In the multiverse, in the many different versions of the universe that exist, there is a version of you that does those exact things. And he is a greater person than you can even fathom. You can transform yourself into that guy. You can be a top G. That's exactly what I did. I knew who I was going to have to end up being before I became that person. My brother and I are not from rich families. We are not from advantaged beginnings. But I knew I had to be a big, strong, fighting billionaire. That's what I knew I had to be. Discipline is the key to success.
Well, you should be afraid of taking risks and pursuing something meaningful, but you should be more afraid of staying where you are if it's making you miserable.
3 questions. 1, who are you? 2, who do you want to be? And 3, what are you doing about it?
You'd say, well, I'm afraid to make a change, and I'd say, well, that's okay. How afraid are you of not making a change? Let's make a little vision of that. You're 35, you hate your job. What's the consequence? You're not motivated, you don't want to get out of bed in the morning, you're starting to get depressed, you're getting bitter, you're getting resentful, you're getting cynical, you're amotivated at work, you're not doing a very good job, and you're starting to shrink. Now play that out for 10 years. You don't change it, you don't fix it, and what happens? You're going to be in the same situation, but 10 years older. And if you can't get out of that situation now, what the hell makes you think you're going to get out of it in 10 years?
Let me tell you something that will change your life if you let it sink in. Every single day you stay in your comfort zone, you're getting weaker. The human mind and body are not designed to be comfortable. They're designed to grow, adapt, and thrive under pressure. Comfort is a slow death, a prison that will keep you mediocre forever. You have to learn to embrace the pain, the fear, and the uncertainty. That's where all the growth happens. Successful people live in discomfort. They make peace with the struggle because they understand that their future self depends on how much they're willing to endure today. When was the last time you did something that scared the hell out of you? If you can't answer that, you're not growing, you're not pushing hard enough. Get uncomfortable, get scared, get aggressive. Your comfort zone has no place in the life of a high performer.
There's a saying that you can't start a new chapter in your life if you continue to reread the last one. So may the road ahead of you be filled with action, not hope, passion, not obligation, and results, not plans. You may just fall in love with where it takes you.
I just kept going all in. And the main reason you need to go all in is because you have nothing to lose, bro.
Take the biggest risks of your entire life right now. Remember, you have time.
Just get started. Just get started. The longest time in the world is the hesitation between thought and action. Well, at least it has the potential to be the longest time. It can actually be forever. Forever. Einstein, his theory was that time is flexible, time is pliable. And to prove that, beyond what Einstein said, 1 second can actually become an eternity. That's how much you can flex. You can hesitate for 1 second to get started on something, a workout, a project, a task, something that you know you should do. You can hesitate for 1 second. That 1 second of hesitation, all of a sudden it turns into 5 seconds, and then 10 seconds, and then 10 minutes. And then just like that, you drifted into the eternity zone.
The only shortcut to life is to never miss a day. 1, because of compounding interest, and 2, because sometimes you get lucky. And you'll never miss a lucky day if you try every day. If you don't try every day, you might miss your lucky day. And that's what people don't understand. If you never miss a day and you never don't try and you're always on time, was I late today? No, on time. And you try and improve every aspect of your life and you're a professional and you try and make sure that you analyze your decisions, you give yourself feedback, you don't make mistakes, you're not lazy. If you try and you make it to the top, you end up elitist because you look at the people down below and you're like, well, why didn't you try?
Just be calm when things are going well. Be calm. Don't think you're on top of the world in the sense. You always got to be wary because I've seen it. I've seen people come. I've seen people go. I've seen them come. I've seen them go. You got to be chill. You got to just take what's good in your life and move forward cautiously and carefully. And thank God that you have that. Just it's very, very important not to overextend yourself when you think you got it. There's no such thing. Everybody's dispensable.